So yeah, that just happened. So hey everyone, Difference Maker here, and today I will be discussing the new killer that has come out recently because it has been 2 weeks since the twins have come out, and now that everyone has adjusted to their playstyle and boy, all the bugs have been fixed, we're going to discuss the twins in depth and why I think this is the lowest point in Dead by Daylight. I'm just going to say it. This is even worse than the Legion update. Now, hear me out. At first, I thought the Legion chapter was the worst chapter in Dead by Daylight until we got this one. This makes the Legion chapter look like Cursed Legacy when we got Oni. This update was not good. This was, in my opinion, the worst update ever to Dead by Daylight. And the twins, not only are they bad, they're straight up bad. In my opinion, they're awful. But before I get to that, let's discuss the elephant in the room, and that is the patch. Let's go over the patch notes of what happened here. Alright, so if we look at the patch notes here, this is the known issues section. It basically talks about known issues that were in the game. Basically, Victor could get stuck in a locker, and not only that, half the perks, I'm not even kidding, half the perks didn't even work. Like Coded Grice didn't have visual feedback, Hoarder didn't even work at all. It didn't spawn the two chests, did not decrease the rarity, and the notification would not even work. So Hoarder didn't even work at all. And Elodie's perks, all her perks are bugged. Appraisal, so, alright, Appraisal wasn't that bad, but Deception, UI didn't function, the locker animation may interfere, and then Power Struggle, the perk didn't even work at all. Like, it worked, but you would get stuck, and the killer would sometimes get teleported, and the perk didn't even function the way it was. It's very embarrassing when the known issues section has more bugs than the actual bug fixing. This is awful because they knew that these were known issues. They knew that these were bugs in the game, and yet they released the update anyway. This is why it was so bad. They rushed the update out, rushed it out just to get the money, which I'm not blaming anyone here. I'm not pointing fingers. Bricky made a video about this update, which he describes it a lot better. In my opinion, you should check that video out when he talks about this. But this was awful. How they were more known issues than actual bug fixing. And look at this shit. I had to deal with this for a whole week. I got stuck in the floor when I was recording this. When I was recording gameplay before they buffed the twins, I got stuck in the damn floor. And I literally had to deal with this shit until it got fixed. And this was released, by the way. This was okayed. This was straight up awful. But then after the bug fixes, they did buff the twins, so now Victor can go onto lockers, and you can recall him back after 30 seconds. They buffed all that, but now we come to the part you've been waiting for, is, in my opinion, why the twins are not a good killer, and why they are the worst character ever designed and put into Dead by Daylight. Let's get into that right now. Alright guys, so let's get into why I think the twins was the lowest point in Dead by Daylight. Because first off, I fucking hate their design, because at first people thought the Legion had the weakest design, because the Legion were just 4 edgy teens wearing 4 different masks. Everyone thought that was a weak design, but in my opinion, I actually liked the Legion. I actually was a big fan of their designs. I liked their masks, and I liked the story of the actual gang of the Legion. I liked their story, and I liked the designs. But then when they revealed the twins, I will admit, Victor actually has a good design. I like the way Victor looks, but then we have the main killer herself, Charlotte. What the fuck is this? This is our killer? Seriously? Because, you wanna know why I don't like the design? Because the marketing, once again, lied to us. Because, remember when the Legion had his marketing and it showed, Frank looking at the mirror? Everyone thought it was going to be a disguise killer. Everyone thought it'd be a killer with multiple personalities. But nope, it was run fast with knife. But then when the twins had their marketing, it showed a claw of like a creature clawing at something, and we thought we were gonna get the Wendigo, but instead, nope, we get a Karen with a sickle and a little baby gremlin thingy. But now I'm not saying, they're like terrible with like the designs. No, actually I am, because Charlotte's design is awful. She looks so fucking ugly. She looks terrible. I get that she's a killer and killers are supposed to be ugly looking, but look at the plague. She's disgusting looking, but she still looks incredible. Charlotte does I don't see the appeal. She doesn't look good at all. And not only that, like when they actually did come out, they weren't even finished. The twins were not finished at all. They still had another buff coming to them that they never got. For example, the locker buff. See, in the PTB, Victor could not interact with lockers, so you could literally easily exploit him. But then they eventually did add that, but basically Victor can hold the locker for 2 seconds, or no, 10 seconds. Look, watch. Here, I got killed. You were basically able to hold the locker with Victor so Charlotte can get to it. But then that was a huge problem because it takes 3 seconds to wake up, and if Victor's on the other side, you're not going to be able to get there in time. But then, you think that was bad? We get to the worst part of why the twins are so bad. Their gameplay. Their gameplay is rivaled with the Hag for the most unfun gameplay of all time, which is slugging and camping. The twins are very weak, and if you ever want to win a serious match with this killer, you have to camp. Because what I'm doing right now is you park Victor near a hook, and then you hook the survivor, and then as Charlotte, you go patrol gens or go after people, but then as soon as you hear Killer Instinct, you control Victor and then go back and camp the hook. This is awful because this killer encourages you to play with the most unhealthiest and the most cheap strategy ever. I hate camping. I never camp at all when I play, but I hated how they designed a killer whose whole purpose is to camp. That's literally his whole gameplay. Their whole gameplay is camping. And not only that, they're also gods at slugging, where they can down every survivor. But unlike Oni, you have to slug with the twins if you want to win, because if you don't slug with them, you basically just lose the whole match. Because, like, they have two of the most unfun gameplay elements. Camping, which everyone hates. Survivors hate it, killers hate it. But when you're forced to camp just to win with this killer, that's a design flaw. That's a hint that this killer is bad and it's not fun to use. And that is the main reason of why they are the worst killers ever added to Dead by Daylight. They are straight up awful, and I'm not even going to go over the perks yet because they could still get buffed, because I'm going to wait until the mid-chapter patch to talk about their perks, because they could still get changed. And I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a pretty quick video I've been wanting to make about why these killers were awful. The twins looked terrible. I absolutely hated their gameplay. Even though I made gameplay, they are satisfying to use, but it's not fun to just slug and camp the whole game just to win. And that's all I have to say about the twins. Just overall, I hate them. They're just the worst killer ever added. Let's hope that our next killer is fun. Let's hope it's a fun killer just like Oni. Let's hope we can actually get a fun killer this time. And let's hope they will improve and learn from their mistakes this time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and press the silver bell for notifications on my next video. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.